Hi, Bo here from High Tech Investment, and welcome back to the channel where we once again are ready with another video regarding the EA/robot here, the Prop Cruncher, which is actually one of the few robots that you might be able to use actually for a FTMO challenge. So basically trading other people's money. We have gone through phase 1, and basically part of the phase 2 here is now learning from the first phase. I am going to show you a bit of the details and information from phase 1. And basically also how you can attend phase 2, try to set up a couple of FTMO accounts. We're going to have a look at some of the results where we are currently. And obviously this is a learning curve for both Expert4x that is actually initiating this part here. And for us, we are learning about the Prop Cruncher. I have to remember also and remind everybody here that the Prop Cruncher is still not an individual EA. You cannot buy it. It is still part of the coupling service, and definitely it doesn't really matter for us which one it is at the end of the day, as long as we can see how it actually trades. Now, we've done a few videos already, two to be exact here. This was the first one, basically introducing the Prop Cruncher and how actually you can trade this one here on the FTMO side. The difficult part with this is obviously you have to limit drawdowns, daily drawdowns, and overall drawdowns here also. And then you also have to at the same time get a certain percentage in. Now the good news is here that a couple of things have changed with a lot of these proprietary trading. So there's no longer a timeline in here, which is great news, because obviously it can be really difficult to keep within the timelines and still also trying to produce the 10% that they normally require, so on a monthly basis, and then also keep the drawdown as low as it should be. Now, the second video is this particular one here, where we are analyzing some of the results. We are not completely done with the phase 1 testing itself, but obviously we're going to show you those results here today. And as I mentioned, we're going to also have a look at how our is trading at the moment and how you can actually join all of this. So on our website itself, we have been trading for phase 1, a $200,000 account, $50,000 account, and a $10,000 account. We believe that these accounts are a good start, especially 10,000 is the smallest one you normally have. You can get in with a small amount of money, and then basically with that money that you hopefully will earn from that, you can then go in and take the challenge. Obviously it comes at a cost, but if you made a bit on the $10,000 account, that should then cover your $50,000. And if you then pass that one, you can move on to the $200,000 and so on and so on. So the sky is the limit here, but obviously we need to make sure that this EA will actually run and consistently over long periods of time. So let's go and have a look exactly of where we are, and we're going to jump over to our FTMO accounts and starting off with the $200,000. So we've taken the free trial here. As you can see, it says up here, free trial status ended, and again, FTMO. And as you can see here, we needed a profit of $10,000, and we can see the balance of how it actually went. And that was pretty okay. We had about 114 trades in here. Starting date, 9th of July, end 22nd of July. Account size 200,000. It's a swing account. And basically the latest update was on the 23rd. And if we have a look here, the objective minimum 2 trading days, we had 10. So we passed this one. The maximum daily loss was 10,000. Unfortunately, on the very last day here, so we just exceeded that amount. Doesn't mean the account is blown. We simply just exceeded it. And for the people that normally trade, for example, the profit retriever, you would have seen that 6.21% is really not that much, especially on a $200,000 account. You can see 12,000 in a drawdown. That wouldn't have been that bad. But obviously the market was quite a bit of a strange mood here. So for the last couple of weeks, and unfortunately we just lost out, but that is the whole name of the game of testing. Basically, yeah, just slightly over the 5%. That was the limitation here. Max loss, we were well within. So we passed that one, and also profit target, we passed it within, and that this one here also has a timeline that we had to be within. So obviously we made that, but obviously again, it was just the daily drawdown that took us out. We can see the individual trading days: 1700, 1300, 1000, 800, 800, 800, 1300, 800, 618, and then 2911 at the end of the day. But obviously this was not enough to pass that particular challenge. The next challenge we had was the 50,000 account size in here. And as you'll notice, we managed to get right up above it. We let it run until the end anyway here. So seems like we failed this one slightly. We can see the start date was the 12th of July and end was 25th. And again, swing trading account, last update was on the 26th of July. If we have a look at the objective, again, minimum 2 trading days. We had 10, so we passed this one. Maximum daily loss was 2,500, and basically we blew right through this. Something very, very strange happened to the account here. So in the last day, I know this has already been taken up also in the forum. So we managed a big minus of 6,600 or 13.3%. So we dropped out of that one. Also the max loss was 5,000, and we ended up just above that, 5,181 or 10.36%. So also here loss exceeded, and then profit target didn't pass. As you can see here, we came close. The whole idea here was about 2,500 or 5%. And again, we were a bit short. This particular account was actually set up with a slightly higher factor in here, so about 1.2 instead of the 1-to-1. And yet we didn't reach the profit target in here. And if we have a look also at the individual trades, we can see it did quite well. And everything was working out until the end, where we seem to have taken a loss. And again, just in the last days, things went a bit wrong. Obviously, also here, we still have a timeline that we had to be within, which is no longer consistent. Let's have a look at the last account we had, the 10,001, and that went really, really bad here. Again, starting date 11th of July, end 24th of July, and then account size 10,000, also swing account here. And we were doing quite good progress also on this particular one here. The profit that we were looking for was $500. And the balance at the time was 254, and then things went really, really wrong again. As I said, it shouldn't have done that. So definitely something went wrong on the copy link side. When we look at the minimum trading days, we had the 2, and results here we had after 9 days. We passed that one, but obviously again here the max daily loss. Again, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, 6.4% on the first run is definitely close enough. We are still looking for the 5% and the $500, and here we had a higher drop of $640, but still close despite all the issues we had here. Profit target, as you saw, it was looking a bit low already, and obviously then something really crashed and burned here on that particular account, and that meant we didn't pass at all. Now, if we have a look at the individual trading, also here it looked like it did quite well up until we had 1 day with a loss, which is a bit strange again because it shouldn't be able to do this, but obviously it did. And then had a similar issue here on the 25th of July, where once again it also crashed and burned out. And yeah, obviously something to learn from those 3 ones, and that's why we are now going to phase 2. Now we have jumped over to the Expert4x premium forum in here, and for linkable accounts on session 2. Basically it tells you here that make sure you read and have a look at the overview for the session 2 for full instructions on how these accounts are actually working. And then each linkable account will have an FX Blue link, and we're going to have a look at that. That you can use to monitor trading on the accounts, and it will also have an FTMO link showing the progress of the account over a 14-day period if the account was used in part of the 14-day trial in here. And basically, again, monitoring the trades means that you can use that link that we will have a look at below here to figure out if you are taking the same trades as is showing up on your particular trading platform. So you can compare what Expert4x have and what you have. Then you can join these accounts at any time. So there's no longer a start and finishing point. The only thing you have to remember here, that if one of the currency pairs has actually opened a set of trades, you will not take any of those particular trades until all of them are closed, and then from there on, next time you will open a new one, you are basically in again. So that means that it could take a bit of time in order to trade all the currency pairs that is set up for that particular link. But once they have closed, then they will be added. So you most probably will start off in the first couple of days here, so with 1 or 2 trades, and then more and more will actually come in, and you will see that you are trading more and more currencies over the days. And apart also, you have to choose the account size that you most likely want to use in order to have these signals in here. We're going to have a look exactly how that looks. And if I just scroll down a bit here, you'll see that we have different accounts similar to what I also showed you here before. Now there's a reminder and the process in here, and you can obviously read up on that. There's 7 points basically telling you exactly how it is, and there's a set of full instructions also that you can basically have a look through to make sure that you haven't forgotten anything. So there's a very good descriptions in here, definitely. Now the individual accounts that they have, you can see it starts off from 10,000, then you have 25, 50, 100 and 200,000. And again, it is set up similar to what the proprietary traders normally have, and in this particular case we are using the FTMO. So the link account link here for that $10,000 account is the FTMO 10K01, and then you have an FX Blue link that you can also go and have a look and see exactly how this trading is going. You have a similar one here also for the $25,000. So again, it's a different one. This one here, FTMO 25K1. And also a different link, so you can actually monitor every single trade. Same thing goes for the 50, the 100 and the 200,000 account. And basically after that, Expert4x will tell you a bit about the receiver settings in here that you have to set up. So the name of the account you want to link to, and that is basically the one you have here. So FTMO 200K1 if you are trading the 200,000 account, and then enter all. So just enter all, yep. So in the signal market disposition, that means that you have access to all the different currency pairs. And then enter the lot factor setting. Recommended is 1 for the normal risk, 1.2 if you want to have a higher risk in here, and 0.8 if you are doing lower risk. And obviously that can be changed at any given time. Now, Market Watch currencies, you also have to make sure that your Market Watch is set up. And I have actually gone through that in some previous videos here also, the 2 I showed in the beginning of this video. You can find more details on that. But now you also have to make sure that it's including the Aussie Swiss franc. So that has been added to the mix in here. And that is great news that we see so many different ones. Type of FTMO account to open, make sure that you open an account with the risk mode and account type shown below. So risk mode is normal, and account type with the leverage 1 to 30 has to be the FTMO swing account in here. And that basically means that it will carry overnight plus also over the weekend. If you choose the normal FTMO, that basically will close all the individual trades every single day. And we are not interested in that, even though the prop cruncher is not trading continuously. It will carry some of the trades over, so on individual days and even over the weekend too. So when you go to our website, which we are on the portfolio trading here, you basically click the prop cruncher, and you get more details on the prop cruncher, and including details of what is actually being traded at the moment, and also the 2 videos that I already mentioned to you before. You find both of them in here and obviously on our YouTube channel. And you have more details as we go here. You can see the prop cruncher itself. And this is the phase 1 that we had and that we started off with. So on these particular links up here, you will find the FX Blue accounts, our Blue accounts. So you can go in and have a look at the individual trades for the 200,000, the 50 and the 10. And also here we had the links themselves for the setup, and basically where we can compare what Expert4x had compared to what we had. And then our FTMO accounts that I just showed you here. If you click that, you get to the same place as I just showed you. And that is the same for all 3 accounts that we have in here. So that is the phase 1 part that we are finished with. Now the second part is actually coming up here. And basically what we are looking for now is, once again, we are looking at the phase 2. We want to have the same setup as on phase 1. So the FX Blue account that we have linked all our trading to, if you click that one, you can actually follow all our trades. The same goes for the 50,000 and the 10,000 in here. And then we have the link itself that Expert4x have in order to compare what they are trading compared to what we are trading. If we are missing any trades or anything else is wrong, then at least we know that from there. And then we also have the lot factor down here, which we are using 1.2, means we are actually being a bit more aggressive, and we are doing that on all 3 accounts. And we'll obviously have to see how that is going to work. And then you have the new FTMO account. So basically we set up new test. So once again, this has just started, and we're going to have a look at that in a minute. So the $200,000 account, you click on that one and it takes you straight there. Same with the 50 and same with the 10. So all of this, very, very simple setup, and it will provide you with all the individual details that you need. So let's click on the $200,000 account and have a look and see how the FTMO is looking at the moment. So obviously here it is a new account, and you can see the starting date is 31st of July. We can see the end date is 13th of August. Again, there is a timeline in here because it's simply just a demo. It's not a challenge. So there is still a limitation for how much it is. You have the account size of 200,000. Again, we are having the swing account in here. And then you have total days permitted loss. And again, there is a reset. There's an update every single day. Today's permitted loss, 9,545. Max permitted loss overall, 19,545. And today's profits show floating profit measured. And obviously, if we have a look here, we can see minimum trading days. Right now, we only have 1 trading day, so we haven't passed. It doesn't really matter. So that one is the easiest one, obviously, to get by. Maximum daily loss is 10,000. We have only dropped down to $500 or 0.25%. So definitely we have passed that one so far. Maximum loss is 20,000, well within, again with the 509 at the moment, or 0.25%, so also passed here. And obviously profit target, we haven't passed it yet, so obviously I'll need a lot more days to do this, but 31st of July was the first trading day, and the results was 275, so obviously that is not too bad to start off with. Now, if we go and jump over to the 50,000 accounts that we have here, also here, starting date 31st of July, end date 13th of August. And again, here we need to create a profit of 2,500 in that particular time frame. Again, this is not a challenge itself. So what we are looking for is the stability and not exceeding the drawdowns itself. Again, to make permission loss, we have max permission loss also in here, and then max trading days, we still only have 1, so obviously brand new accounts. Maximum daily loss 2,500, and here we have 103 or 0.20, so definitely very, very low for the first trading day. Max loss 5,000, again 103, so well apart, so that is passed. And then profit target 2,500. And obviously we still have a long way to go. And if we have a look at it, we can see the first trading day, 31st of July, we basically made 0.22 lot, or 57 or 56.10 dollar. So obviously still very, very early days. But the whole idea here is having a look at the daily losses and the max losses. The last one is our $10,000 account, also started on the 31st and end on the 13th. Profit here we're looking for is $500, and also a balance of 23.4 is obviously not much, but again, you have all the details in here for the today's permitted loss, max permitted loss, and then once again in the percentage, max daily loss at the moment at 0.76. So also here very, very low. Max loss similar because we have only 1 trading day in here. And then profit target is 500. Well, at the moment, we are not that far off. This one here is basically because it's looking at the equity and not at the results. As you can see here, we have a positive day of $23.40. And obviously, we'll have to wait to take even more trades or see when they're going to do that next. So very exciting times with all this FTMO. Obviously, if you can get the EA to work, if you can make sure that you limit your daily and overall losses here, you have a lot of time to actually achieve all this now that the timeline limitations is taken off. Yes, we still have a starting time and a finishing time, as you can see on our test itself. But if you go in and take part of the trading, that one has simply gone. So that means that you don't have to produce these high numbers of 10% per month. Not that it's actually difficult, but it's difficult if you have to keep within the drawdown limitations here also. All you have to do here now is try and match the lot size better so that we can keep within the limitations reasonably well. And obviously that is done by testing, more testing, and obviously not just talk about it or write emails about it. It is all about you trying to set this up, trying and figure out how this works, follow all the trades. That is the best way that you're actually going to learn the trick of the trade, and also how you're going to learn exactly how the prop cruncher is actually dealing with it. Because once you start having this in a challenge on the FTMO side or any other proprietary trading, then it is definitely crucial that you understand how it trades. So if you are interested in it, get started, have a look exactly at what Expert4x offer you in here, and then try and go in and test some of these signals on a demo account. And that can be on an FTMO account. You can set up a separate demo account if you want. And don't forget that also, now that the testing is on, that actually means that it's not going to start trading straight away. There could be a day or two where there's no trades in the beginning. You have to go and have a look at the FX Blue site to see what is Expert4x is actually doing, which trades are opening, which ones are closing. And then once the cycle of closing is over, you should be part of that currency pair next time around. And that means that slowly but surely you will have more and more currency trading in here. And as the timeline no longer is important, you have all the time in the world. All you have to do is focus on your drawdowns and your maximum losses. So I hope that this video has been a good insight as to what is actually going on with the Expert4x's prop cruncher here, and what exactly is part of phase 2. As we mentioned, it is launched. There might be a phase 3, there might be a phase 4. It all depends on what the traders are coming back with, what kind of results that we are having. So if you want to be part of this exciting community testing these robots that look really, really well at the moment, then definitely try and join, and we'll see what happens, definitely. But you can always go on our website to see exactly what results we have. So I hope to see you on one of my next videos. Bye-bye.